My name is Valerius Hoss, Warden of Dark Mind Asylum. Welcome to Dark Mind Asylum. Within these walls, we contain individuals whose minds and abilities defy normal comprehension. Today, we examine 3 such subjects. You will hear their complete psychological profiles, past incidents, abilities, and containment measures. Listen carefully, for every detail matters. Patient 004, Flesh Weaver. Full name, Damien Creel. Alias, Flesh Weaver. Gender, male. Age, 32. Height, 6 feet 0 inches. Weight, 165 pounds. Physical appearance, extremely gaunt, sinewy frame. Muscles visibly tight and corded. Skin pale with reddish undertones. Faint scars across forearms and neck from self-inflicted injuries. Eyes sunken, amber-colored with black flecks, giving a predatory and unsettling glare. Wears a reinforced dark gray jumpsuit patched in places with stitched scraps of cloth. Fingers unusually long and flexible, capable of precise manipulation. Abilities: can manipulate and reshape organic tissue on himself and others in proximity, though limited by size and distance. Can sense physiological vulnerabilities in living creatures. Psychological influence: those affected by his abilities experience disorientation, fear, and intense body awareness paranoia. Psychological profile: full detail. MBTI: INTJ, strategic, calculating, detached, hyperfocused. Enneagram: Type 5W6, obsessive, investigative, driven by fear of helplessness. Core traits: calculating, inventive, morbidly creative, introverted, socially withdrawn, highly methodical. Cognitive patterns: constantly analyzes the human body and its weaknesses, plans meticulous sequences of manipulation. Emotional landscape: experiences obsessive fascination with control over flesh and life, prone to depressive withdrawal when unable to manipulate surroundings. Trauma history: childhood marked by medical experimentation and neglect. Obsessed with anatomy from a young age. Early incidents of accidentally harming peers triggered guilt-driven isolation and obsessive mastery of his abilities. Behavioral traits: ritualistically traces skin patterns, meticulously examines patients and staff. Avoids direct confrontation unless provoked. Communicates minimally. Prefers observational study. Weaknesses: physical limitations restrict ability range. Bright surgical lights and extreme heat interfere with manipulation. Highly vulnerable to emotional triggers that destabilize concentration. Strengths: precision, observation, psychological intimidation, mastery over limited organic manipulation. Room containment: bio-chamber D2. Sterile, reinforced chamber with surgical-grade containment surfaces. Automated lighting cycles disrupt manipulation. Remote monitoring prevents unmonitored tissue alterations. Patient 005, Echo Wraith. Full name, Cassandra Vale. Alias, Echo Wraith. Gender, female. Age, 27. Height, 5 feet 7 inches. Weight, 125 pounds. Physical appearance: slender, almost ethereal frame. Movements float-like and deliberate. Hair long, black, and wispy. Often covers portions of face. Skin very pale, almost translucent in low light. Eyes gray with subtle reflective shimmer in darkness. Wears soft, black flowing garments that obscure limbs, allowing her to appear as shifting shadows. Abilities: can replicate and project voices, sounds, and ambient noises she has heard, often causing confusion or fear. Creates auditory hallucinations of past traumas or events, effectively disorienting victims. Stealth, moves almost silently and can blend into dimly lit areas. Psychological profile, full detail. MBTI, INFJ, intuitive, highly empathetic, intensely private. Enneagram, Type 4W3, emotionally intense, identity-focused, prone to melancholy. Core traits, observant, eerie, imaginative, highly sensitive, detached from social norms. Cognitive patterns, abstract, associative thinking, constantly catalog sounds, tones, and vocal patterns. Emotional landscape, emotionally volatile, experiences moments of extreme empathy or detachment. Fear manifests as confusion and panic if her auditory constructs are disrupted. Trauma history, childhood spent in environments with constant verbal abuse, developed obsession with recreating and manipulating sounds as coping mechanism. Behavioral traits, rarely speaks, communicates through auditory manipulation, observes patterns of staff interactions to craft confusing illusions. Weaknesses, silence and soundproof environments nullify her abilities. Overstimulation can cause psychological breakdown. Strengths, auditory manipulation, stealth, emotional disruption, fear induction. Room containment, echo chamber E4. Soundproof walls with controlled auditory stimuli. Minimal objects to prevent sound reflection or manipulation. Continuous audio monitoring. Patient 006, Mind Shard, Elias Varick. Visuals, lean male in dark tailored jumpsuit with metallic clasps, glowing icy blue eyes in dim light. Movements precise, almost instantaneous, disappearing and reappearing in shadowed corners. Subtle, unsettling smile. Patient 006, Mind Shard. Full name, Elias Varick. Alias, Mind Shard. Gender, male. Age, 31. Height, 5 feet 11 inches. Weight, 160 pounds. Physical appearance, lean, almost skeletal frame. Movements unnaturally precise and deliberate. Skin pale with slight gray undertones, giving him a ghostly appearance. Eyes piercing icy blue, often appearing almost luminescent in dim light. Hair black, slicked back, slightly damp-looking as if perpetually in shadow. Wears a dark tailored suit-like jumpsuit with reinforced panels, resembling a modernized surgical outfit. Subtle metallic clasps on forearms and chest. Black leather gloves. Boots are soft-soled for near-silent movement. Facial features sharp and angular. Often carries a faint, unsettling smile that never reaches his eyes. Abilities. Spatial displacement. Can seemingly teleport short distances in low light or shadowed areas, appearing suddenly elsewhere within his line of sight. Movements appear instantaneous but are restricted by visual range. Psychological manipulation. Extremely adept at reading, predicting, and exploiting fears, weaknesses, and behavioral patterns. Can induce panic or compliance through subtle cues. Surgical precision. Can perform highly detailed actions under stress. Excellent coordination for manipulating objects, locks, or mechanisms quickly. Enhanced awareness. Highly sensitive to sounds, light shifts, and environmental changes, giving him almost preternatural reflexes. Psychological profile. Full detail. MBTI. INTJ. Master strategist. Obsessive planner. Detached yet hyper-aware of surroundings. Enneagram. Type 5W6. Knowledge-driven, cerebral, with constant vigilance and obsession over control. Core traits. Calculating, analytical, coldly intelligent, introverted, obsessive over precision, manipulative. Cognitive patterns. Thinks several steps ahead in any situation. Constantly running mental simulations of possible outcomes. Can read opponents' likely choices in moments. Emotional landscape. experiences minimal overt emotions, highly controlled and deliberate. Pleasure comes from control, manipulation, and seeing plans executed flawlessly. Fear is rare but manifests as meticulous overcompensation. Trauma history. Raised in a family of highly competitive academics, early exposure to high-pressure intellectual environments and manipulative mentors fostered obsession with control and strategy. Experiences with betrayal and isolation cultivated his detachment and surgical precision in every action. Behavioral traits. Moves silently and efficiently, always aware of surroundings. Often tilts head subtly to gauge reactions. Minimal speech. When spoken, his voice is measured, calm, and unervingly persuasive. Observes continuously, rarely acting impulsively. Weaknesses. Bright or sudden light disrupts spatial displacement. If deprived of environmental cues or observed continuously, predictive manipulation is less effective. Physically weaker. Relies on strategy over strength. Strengths. Teleport-like movement, psychological mastery, environmental awareness, strategic manipulation, surgical precision. Room containment. Cognitive chamber G5. Dimly lit, labyrinthine cell with shifting panels to prevent predictable movement. Overhead sensors track spatial displacement to trigger countermeasures. Minimal furnishings, all padded and monitored. Light sequences can temporarily disable teleportation ability. Mind Shard demonstrates abilities of spatial displacement, teleportation within visual range, and unmatched psychological manipulation. His surgical approach to human behavior allows him to predict, exploit, and dominate his environment without overt physical confrontation. These three subjects and unique individuals represent only a fraction of what resides within Dark Mind Asylum. Each mind is a story. Each story is a warning. Each gift is a curse. Our observation continues. Our containment is absolute, and the unknown, ever present. These patients inhabit a world between fear and understanding, a delicate balance maintained by our observation and control. Here at Dark Mind Asylum, the extraordinary becomes documented, the dangerous becomes contained, and the mind, both human and beyond, remains under scrutiny. As new file episodes continue, you will witness the evolution of this reality, the layers of their ability, and the everlasting of continuity. Join us next time as we delve further into the darkness.